Hey, welcome back to the Brompton Family Time. My name is Shu. Today we're going to be doing a 1-year review of the Brompton Superlight. This is the S2E model, which has been discontinued, and the new model that replaced it is the new P line. All right, so this bike I bought about 1 year ago, and it has gone through many modifications, but there are many components on this that are still original. And I'd just like to give a quick update on, I guess basically on how the paint has held up and some parts have held up. Okay, so this is the Brompton Superlight S2E 2021 model. The color is called Cloud Blue, and it came with a B17 saddle. This one isn't the original one. The original one is on the pink bike currently. And the original price was $2,530.97, which reminds me of my first Brompton Superlight, which was also the S2E, and that one, it was, I think it was called Apple Green, and I only paid maybe $1,700 for that one, so the price has gone up quite a bit in 10-15 years. So this model has the front and rear triangle that are titanium, so you don't have to worry about rust on those components. The main frame is still made out of steel, and the stem is also steel, but this is an aftermarket one, which is titanium. But the original one was very nice. The color held up without any problems. But this bike, I've been commuting to work every day during the week. There are some noticeable scratches, which is part of the reason why I want to show you guys how the bike looks like after a year. Now, there seems to be two types of Brompton riders. One is the type that puts helicopter tape or leather wrap to protect the frame, especially where it's painted, and try and keep as much rust and scratches off the bike. The other type of rider, which I believe I fall into, is the type that just lets the scratches, you know, whatever wear and tear ends up on the frame happen naturally. Let's start off with the paint. I want to show you guys what the paint looks like. Overall, from a distance, it looks nice and clean. You don't really see the scratches, but as you guys come closer, you can get a better idea of what your paint will look like if you commute with your bike after a year. You'll notice a lot of cable rubbing will cause the paint to disappear, especially along the frame, the side of the frame hinges right here. You'll see a little bit over here as well, okay? Also, you'll notice this one cable, I think this is the shifter cable. You can see that it's no longer shiny, and a lot of the plastic, it's pretty dull now. This wire is made by Jaguar LEX. Okay, so this could be a replaceable item in the near future, just to make it look nice again. All right, come on in over here. On the seat post bottom here, you can see chip marks here. And this is caused from the bronchification seat post hitting it. And let me show you how. Okay, so this nut right here makes contact to the paint here, and it'll actually chip away the paint. So if you do buy the bronchification seat post, please be careful, and you may want to avoid this. So my seat post right here, this is aftermarket, but it's probably the most common upgrade on a Brompton is to get titanium seat posts, and bronchification is probably one of the most popular aftermarket titanium seat posts. So this is what it looks like after a year. You can tell it's no longer nice looking, and you can see, especially the part where the seat post goes into the frame, it's a lot shinier here compared to the rest of the saddle. But you can see many scratch marks all over this. And if you get a closer look here, this is where it says bronchification. You can see a lot of scratch marks up here as well. Okay, so this, I don't know if you guys can see, but come over here and look at the inside of the frame here. I'm gonna show you what the frame looks like on the inside, okay? In the tube here, inside the main frame, and I'll get the stem and I'll show you guys what that looks like as well. I'm not sure if it picks it up well, but you can see there are signs of rust all along. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, cool. All right, so I flipped the bike over and you guys can take a look at what it looks like on the inside. You can see a lot of rust forming inside there. And also on the bottom bracket mount here, you can see some marks as well here. All right, so let's take a look at the inside of the main hinge. Okay, as I open up the clamp, you can see the clamp out of the way here, and this is what the clamping area will look like on this side. Okay, and the contact points here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. You see the paint missing, but that is normal. Okay, and you do want to keep these greased up. Before we started this video, I cleaned it up and removed the grease. So once we're done with the video, I'm going to put the grease on again. Okay, and you can see more surface rust. Now, Brompton does coat their frames with a coating before it gets painted. So according to Brompton, this isn't really rust or anything you have to worry about. It's just the way it's supposed to look. Okay, and you can take a better look in there maybe. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the inside of the left side. And this one, let's see if we can take a look all the way to the back. All right, so this one shows the nice blue paint. Overall, looks pretty good to me. Okay, this is the EHook that I am currently using. It's a titanium wire style hook. And the EHook, it goes onto here once it folds. And you can see there are some scratch marks here on the frame. Take a quick closer look, and this is what it'll look like underneath. All right, and on the underside as well, you'll see some scratch marks here, and the scratch marks make the titanium frame look shiny where it gets scratched. Okay, so overall, I'm very happy with the bike. I haven't had any problems with the braking, the gearing, or the wheels, or anything else. As far as maintenance goes, the only maintenance that I have been doing to this bike is changing the chain. It seems to be about every 3 to 4 months I need to put on a new chain, and I've had 3 chains on this so far. The rear cogs, I have 2 sets, so they haven't worn out, and the chain ring itself looks perfect as well. So I think the last time a part failed on this bike was probably the stem, and it wasn't a fail, it was just the manufacturer's defect. Type parts replaced without any problems. Okay, so this Brompton has many scratch marks, many love marks. It's been well used over the year. It's made my commute very nice, and it will be continued to be used as a commuter bike. If you are the type of person that tries to keep the Brompton paint perfect, you may want to invest in helicopter tape, leather wrap. Some people use inner tubes to wrap their bike. You know, there's many ways you can protect it, but if you really want to keep your paint clean, you're gonna have to keep it basically washed and clean every time you ride. But over time, since it is a steel frame, I think nature will win. So you're better off using it as a bike as it is intended to, and you will enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. All right.